WNBA free agency is officially underway, Annie. So when you see these names and the options that the Sky have, what do you think that they're cooking up?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Angel and Camilla are very interesting pieces. And when you're talking about, getting the right players in here, there is intrigue when you have young core pieces like that, because you could be part of developing them and developing towards a title contending season. But the reality is the Sky are still very far from that.
Angel Reese confidently stated on her podcast that she was building a powerhouse in Chicago. But fast forward to today, and things look very different. Free agency has been in full swing, yet Chicago's roster is still nearly empty. Top free agents have explored their options and decided to steer clear of the Sky.
You don't get told no. You're going to get the yeses. You're going to get more yeses than nos, and just being able to know that. So I'm excited for that. I know that's going to come soon.
Clip 2. Not a single all-star has signed with the Sky. While other teams have stacked their rosters with top talent, Chicago is still searching for answers. Free agency was supposed to be Angel Reese's big opportunity to help build a championship-worthy team, especially after all the recruiting she did at Unrivaled. But instead, it's shaping up to be a harsh reality check. Is this the clearest sign yet that players around the league just aren't sold on what Reese is trying to build in Chicago? Let's break down how this free agency disaster unfolded.
The whole city is obsessed with you.
I know. I love it
all
here.
The time.
It feels like Baltimore here. I love it here. It does.
Kind of. A little bit. A little DMV action. Yeah. But Chicago is a number 3 market in the country.
Really?
It's New York, LA, and then Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, y'all have everything. I'm not going to lie. Y'all have everything here. It's nothing here that I'm like, oh, I got to go to a different city for. Everything has been here. Which I love.
Angel Reese boldly declared that she was building a super team in Chicago. But now that free agency is here, the only thing the Sky have built is a roster full of uncertainty. Imagine Reese reaching out to players, sending messages, making calls, only to be met with silence, unread texts, and polite rejections.
Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, too, have brought relevance to this team that they've desperately needed in a time when, again, if not for them, they'd be completely irrelevant because of the product that they're putting on the floor.
And also make Chicago an attractive spot when you have Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso right there, two bigs that really shined in their rookie season.
With so many top-tier free agents available, you'd think at least one would choose Chicago, right? Wrong. The silence has been deafening. No big-name signings, no excited announcements, and no championship-level talent making their way to the Windy City. Just Reese, left wondering where it all went wrong.
So, lads, this is not great news, for the Chicago Sky, who are a team that obviously, they're rebuilding. This is a team that is 100% rebuilding. The problem is they don't own their pick. So if the Chicago Sky run it back, they're probably not making the playoffs next year. Look, I think there's going to be an improvement from Angel Reese. I think it's going to be an improvement from Cardoso. But that team with no Kennedy Carter, it's going to be real tough to get any offensive power.
With so many top-tier free agents available, you'd think at least one would choose Chicago, right? Wrong. The silence has been deafening. No big-name signings, no excited announcements, and no championship-level talent making their way to the Windy City. Just Reese, left wondering where it all went wrong.
So, not a good day for the Chicago Sky. Not a good day at all, because we have heard news from the journalist who reports on the WNBA, and because she is not a homer like a lot of the other people, normally journalists are complete homers for one team. One of the actual credible journalists reported on something. Sky fans aren't happy. They all want her fired.
To make matters worse, the Sky's front office didn't do Reese any favors. They didn't even extend a qualifying offer to their leading scorer, Chendi Carter, sending a clear message: Chicago isn't serious about keeping its best players, let alone attracting new ones. And those trade rumors? They went nowhere. It's almost as if the moment Reese started pitching her super team vision, free agents couldn't turn away fast enough.
Kennedy had an incredible season for us last year, says the GM. She's extremely talented and is a player that can impact the game at the highest level in our league. We absolutely appreciate all she did for our team last year. However, we've made changes to our staff and we'll make changes to our roster. Those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team, so we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent.
So, where does this leave Angel Reese, the so-called superstar who was supposed to bring elite talent to Chicago? Instead of leading a powerhouse, she might be heading a team of role players and rookies. This isn't the dream she envisioned, it's a harsh reality check. So, what went wrong? Why did every top free agent take one look at Chicago and decide to pass? Let's break it all down.
Is Angel Reese, did she just run a coach out of town, and is she running a player out of town? Their best shooter out of town? Because Kennedy Carter looks like she's ready to book it out of Chicago.
While Angel Reese was hyping up Chicago as the next WNBA powerhouse, the league's top free agents were making moves, leaving the sky in the dust. Picture this, a frenzy of signings, with superstars landing in places that had everything Chicago lacked: stability, leadership, and a real shot at winning. Let's break down where the biggest names decided to go. ##***, the blockbuster trade shaking up the league ***. According to ESPN, the Seattle Storm are sending Jewel Lloyd to the Las Vegas Aces in a massive three-team trade. Kelsey Plum is heading to the LA Sparks, while Seattle picks up the number 2 pick in this year's WNBA draft from LA in exchange for their number 9 pick. The Aces also get the number 13 pick, a second-rounder from the Sparks. ##****, Kelsey Plum joins a real contender ***. Plum, one of the key players in Las Vegas's back-to-back championships, is now an LA Spark. Why LA over Chicago? Simple: elite coaching, a front office that knows what it's doing, and a franchise with a clear vision. Meanwhile, the Sky are stuck in chaos. ##****, Jewel Lloyd's decision? A brutal reality check for Chicago ***. This one had to hurt. Jewel Lloyd, a Chicago native, had the perfect chance to return home and play for her city. If teaming up with Reese was so appealing, this should have been an easy choice, right? Wrong. Lloyd took one look at the Sky situation and ran straight to Las Vegas, where she'll join Aja Wilson in chasing another championship. Bottom line? The league's biggest stars had options, and they made it clear that Chicago wasn't one of them.
According to WNBA Insider, that Illinois native Jewel Lloyd will not be going to Chicago Sky. And obviously, they didn't keep Kennedy Carter. And it's looking like one player, obviously, that's been in Chicago across her careers because of her Illinois roots, is Seattle Storm guard Jewel Lloyd.
Then there's Brittany Griner, the dominant center who can throw down dunks with ease. She's heading to Atlanta, making the dream even more dangerous. Meanwhile, Alyssa Thomas, the triple-double machine, is now suiting up for Phoenix. Noticing a pattern? These players didn't just pass on Chicago, they sprinted toward teams with strong leadership, clear direction, and a winning mentality. They wanted to thrive, not waste time dealing with uncertainty and locker room drama.
Let's talk about the 3 big names you gotta know: Alyssa Thomas, Natasha Cloud, Brittany Griner. Let's start with Brittany Griner, joining Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard in Atlanta. Dream team? Brittany Griner was drafted to Phoenix in 2013, so it's kind of about time, and I'm so excited to see what Atlanta turns around this next season, because they really need her. Phoenix is also losing Natasha Cloud and Beck Allen, along with the number 12 pick overall in this year's draft, to Connecticut. Connecticut is giving up the triple-double queen, Alyssa Thomas, and Ty Harris.
And if things weren't bad enough for Angel Reese, Phoenix just made it worse. Not only did Alyssa Thomas land there, but she's teaming up with Satu Sabally, a powerhouse duo that instantly makes the Mercury a serious threat. But here's where it really stings. While Reese was busy trying, and failing, to recruit, the Indiana Fever were actually building a championship contender. Indiana just pulled off the ultimate off-season upgrade. They brought in battle-tested veterans like Natasha Howard, DeWanna Borner, Sydney Colson, and Sophie Cunningham. They even stole Reese's own teammate, Brianna Turner, right out from under her nose. And as if that wasn't enough, they re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. Just like that, the Fever went from a promising young squad to a legitimate title contender, all while Chicago stood still.
The Indiana Fever are that golden destination, and I can't help but laugh to the fans and the people online and the media commentators, unfortunately, who said that nobody wanted to play in Indiana. That doesn't make any sense.
And if things weren't bad enough for Angel Reese, Phoenix just made it worse. Not only did Alyssa Thomas land there, but she's teaming up with Satu Sabally, a powerhouse duo that instantly makes the Mercury a serious threat. But here's where it really stings. While Reese was busy trying, and failing, to recruit, the Indiana Fever were actually building a championship contender. Indiana just pulled off the ultimate off-season upgrade. They brought in battle-tested veterans like Natasha Howard, DeWanna Borner, Sydney Colson, and Sophie Cunningham. They even stole Reese's own teammate, Brianna Turner, right out from under her nose. And as if that wasn't enough, they re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. Just like that, the Fever went from a promising young squad to a legitimate title contender, all while Chicago stood still.
Just trying to give myself some grace because I know I'm not the player that I want to be just yet, but also kind of patting myself on the back, telling myself that I'm still doing great.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the lack of elite talent in Chicago's practice facility. Did you know the Sky's current setup feels more like a high school gym compared to the rest of the WNBA? While teams like the Fever, Liberty, and Aces are training in state-of-the-art facilities, Chicago is stuck in the past. And that highly anticipated new facility? It won't be ready until 2026. In a league that's evolving faster than ever, that might as well be a decade away.
Every woman should be able to step in and be able to go into a locker room and be able to have a safe space, or go into a gym at 3 o'clock in the morning when they want to do that. So I want to be able to just invest.
And it only gets worse when you look at Chicago's record. Remember when the Sky were actually playoff contenders? Those days feel like a distant memory. Last season, they crashed hard, finishing with a brutal ** 13-27 record **, their worst since 2020. And this was * after * adding Angel Reese, a so-called generational rookie. Turns out, hype doesn't win games. ###** locker room chaos and free agents running away ** as if the losses weren't bad enough. Reports suggest Chicago's locker room chemistry is a mess, more like a reality TV show than a functioning team. And who's at the center of the drama? ** Angel Reese. ** Instead of making Chicago a destination for top talent, she's driving players away. Just ask ** Gabby Williams ** who Reese personally tried to recruit, only for Williams to say, ** thanks, but no thanks. Even ** Chendi Carter ** who isn't exactly known for holding back, made it clear she had issues with Reese before leaving. At this point, it's not just about missing out on free agents, it's about Chicago becoming a place no one ** wants * to play.
WNBA free agency is officially underway, Annie. So when you see these names and the options that the Sky have, what do you think that they're cooking up?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because Angel and Camilla are very interesting pieces. And when you're talking about, getting the right players in here, there is intrigue when you have young core pieces like that, because you could be part of developing them and developing towards a title contending season. But the reality is the Sky are still very far from that.